going to make our play on a Nicoise salad. And we're going to use some of the smoked salmon. Traditionally it's made with tuna, or you can make it with anything, but we're going to make it with some of the smoked salmon that my friend Brian down the street just made. You saw us making it. Absolutely spectacular. Traditionally we have some string beans, we have some calamata olives, got some tomatoes. We're going to put some shallots into it. We're going to fry up some bread in some rosemary oil, and we're going to make a vinaigrette then from anchovies, mustard, extra virgin olive oil, some fresh thyme, and the flavor bomb, preserved lemons, which I tell you guys all the time. You can order these online, or now would be the time of the year to buy a ton of lemons, and it's just simply they're preserved in a little bit of, in a lot of salt, some lemon juice, and you just cure it for about 6-7 weeks. And these lemons turn into something magical, something that you've never had before. So let's get started. First off, we're going to cook the eggs. So depending on how you like your eggs, you don't want them too runny. Obviously, it's going to be for a salad. So you cook them to the doneness that you like. I usually put them into boiling water. For me, probably around 8 minutes. So for me, one of my favorite ways of getting a little bit of that little bit of flavor punch into a salad, or even sprinkling on top of a pasta, is either toasting some bread or roasting some bread and crumbling it, or leaving it as a crouton. But so here, what we're going to do is we're going to saute some bread in some of the rosemary oil that we had made, and we're going to add a little bit of olive oil to this as well in the pan. We're going to saute the cubes of bread. So this adds texture, it adds an element of flavor. When you bite into the salad and you get that cube of bread that's toasted and it's got that little pop of oil, it really does make a difference. So we're going to cube this. So we got all our bread done, and let's go ahead and add our oil. You want a good few tablespoons. The bread is going to soak it up. It's going to need this oil to do its thing. And when you have this, you're never going to buy a crouton again. It really does make the difference. When people come over, they sit down and they have a salad, and they're like, what is that? What is that? It's this. It's a simple crouton that you've made yourself, but it makes all the difference. I guarantee it. So get your bread in. Every little bit, why not? You're gonna season with a little bit of salt. And that's it. You're gonna toss them. Coat the bread in the oil, and let's just get it brown and toasty. Okay, our bread is done. You hear that sound? Boom, that's it. Our bread is done. You hear that sound? You want it nice. They've absorbed all the oil. They've gotten nice and toasty and brown, and they're nice and crunchy. Yeah. Okay, so let's make the vinaigrette for the salad. So right here, anybody who knows me knows that these are one of my favorite things. Preserved lemons. So what you do, believe it or not, the flesh of the lemon you can't, it's not what you want. You want actually the rind. That's the only thing that's good. So you want to fillet that and just remove that bitter pith and some of the meat from the lemon, or all of the meat from the lemon. What you're left is that skin. You want to rinse it off, just take a little bit of the excess salt off. And I need probably about 2 of these. Really, really easy to make, and if you do this, this will last you a year. It's incredible. It'll change your life, I guarantee you. It's a lemon, but it will change your life. Okay, so we got our lemons. Need about 5 pieces of garlic. Whole garlic, you can put it in because we're just going to blend all of this. Mustard. good fat teaspoon of Dijon mustard. One of my favorite vinegars. Makes such a difference to every single dressing that I make is white balsamic vinegar. A little bit sweet, a little bit vinegary, so it's got that yin and the yang that everybody loves. So, put some of that in. And you don't know me by now, you know I'm a sucker for thyme. So, just put a bunch of thyme in. So the next component to this vinaigrette, what goes into it are anchovies. Now, you mightn't be able to eat an anchovy out of a can, and to be honest, not a lot of people can, but it's one of those ingredients that they refer to as a conductor of flavor, which means you don't necessarily know that it's there, but if it's not there, you're going to be like, oh, it tastes different, it doesn't taste as good as it did before. You can eat a Caesar salad. I know plenty of people that love a Caesar salad, but if I was to ever hand them an anchovy, they'd be like, oh, no, I can't do it. So, anchovies mightn't be one of your favorite things, you might get turned off by it, but believe you me, they make all the difference in a salad dressing, especially something like this. And canned anchovies are fine. You don't want to use you don't want to use the good white ones from Portugal, although you could certainly garnish the salad with those. So, we got this, we're gonna blitz it up, food processor. Let me just rinse my hands. Nothing like anchovy oil in your hands, is there? We're gonna puree this and add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil to it. We have that much vinegar, we're probably gonna have to add at least 2.5 times that amount in olive oil to get that vinegar ratio for our salad. So. So now we're going to cook our string beans. Plenty of boiling salted water. You want to have your ice water bath handy on the side because this is probably going to take, I would say, 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes. You don't want to overcrowd the pan, so we can do it in 2 batches. All right, so 2.5 minutes have passed. We got our ice water bath right here. Let's get these guys out. Don't skimp on the ice. You can't. Just move them around, make sure that they're cooling down as quickly as possible. So we let these cool in here for about 2 to 3 minutes. Take them out, drain them on some paper towels or however you want in a colander, and then we're going to put the salad together. Okay, let's put this together. We probably have enough here for probably about 5 portions. I'm going to plate 1 just to show everybody, but you could serve this family style absolutely for as a main course for lunch. So we'll take our string beans. Yeah, that's it. We have our shallots right here. You need that for a bit of texture. Just slice them as thin as you can. Probably, I would say, about half a shallot per order. In the bowl it goes. All right, what else we got? We have our tomatoes. Actually, you know what? We put some of our bread in. We'll put a couple of olives in. And we'll put some of our vinaigrette in. I gotta tell you, I'm gonna put a glove on for this because I find it the easiest way of mixing a salad and plating it. So You don't really need a lot of salt, if any. You have the olives in here. You also have the croutons, which have been seasoned with a little bit of salt. So you don't want to overdo it. All right, we can put our tomatoes all around. We have our egg right here. Get on there. Stay on there. And last but not least, let me change my glove. We got our salmon. If you want, I didn't dress the tomatoes or the egg. We can absolutely put a little bit of dressing, or you can absolutely put a little bit of dressing on them if you want. Just going around. The dressing is the wow factor, along with this. So this is the smoked salmon that we smoked earlier on today, my buddy Brian smoked. And what you want to do is, you just want to gently flake it. And it's like butter. Put as much or as little as you want on, and that's it right there. Our smoked salmon Nicoise salad. And as you can see, relatively easy to make. You can make your eggs the day before. You can make your croutons the day before. You can have everything prepped the day before, and your vinaigrette, and then just assemble it. If you don't want to do smoked salmon, absolutely you could do fresh salmon, but that's just a variation on a Nicoise salad.